He is grilled on Capitol Hill this Thursday over the potential ban of the app due to national security concerns. So, for more on this, let's welcome in the CEO of Young Americans for Liberty, Daugherty. Lauren, this to me demonstrated two things. One, I've said it all show. I thought the CEO of TikTok came in very prepared. But I also think, regardless of what you think of him and how bad or good it was for the image of TikTok, however, it demonstrated a serious lack of knowledge from our legislators on both sides of the aisle, no?
Well, yes. I think one of the key issues here is Americans have gotten so comfortable with data collection, whether it's from TikTok or any other entity. And so one of the hopefully better outcomes of this will be Americans waking up, to borrow the name of your show, Wake Up America, Americans waking up and realizing the reality here.
No, you're absolutely right. I mean, we've seen that obviously the business and state lines in China are substantially blurred, unlike here. Well, actually, I should take that back because the FBI did influence Twitter during the last election. However, the concern is that people aren't seeing this. Like you said, they're so comfortable with data collection and the CCP's ability to manipulate the content that Americans see. Look at this.
Do you disagree with FBI Director Wray and NSA Director Nakasone when they said that the CCP could have the capability to manipulate data and send it to the United States? Do you disagree with their statement?
The statement says could.
So do you disagree with that?
No, I don't disagree with that.
Okay, so it is possible that the CCP, under the auspices of ByteDance, which is your parent company, which you get paid from, has the ability to manipulate content that is being shared with 130 million Americans, yes?
Congressman, I just want to make sure I'm understanding all these questions.
Ooh, what do you say?
Well, I think 10, 20 years from now, so many Americans of all political backgrounds and walks of life are going to look back on this time with regret. And they will wish that they had put less content in TikTok and other social media, less content online. I think we're going to look back on this episode in our history with regret on this.
Yeah, well, speaking of, obviously the lack of content for kids, I believe there probably are some national security threats here, but there's a concern of mental health in our teens, too. Now, the CEO obviously praised the app's limit of 60 minutes for children's use per day, but are they doing this because they see this legislation, they see Congress getting behind these things? Are they doing it because of that to try to get out in front of it, or is this something they actually believe is a good thing?
Well, I think most entities will act when they know there's public pressure, there's political pressure, right? But 60 minutes of content on an app like that for children is an obscene amount, in my opinion. And that's regardless of what they're being exposed to. And we know that there's lots and lots of content on there that is not age appropriate, that is not okay for children. And at the end of the day, really, that's up to the parents to police that, not the company. There's only so much any company can do on that. But I want to keep my kids far away from social media for as long as I can, because I know it's not healthy for them in a variety of ways.
Yeah, well, let's dig into the partisanship here, because always follow the money every single time. Now, records found that 94% of the app's employees' donations have been to candidates on the left. Now, does this raise any significant or any more significant concern regarding what could possibly come out of a congressional hearing?
Well, I think it's no surprise that a lot of tech companies lean left, right? And we've seen this over and over again with how that impacts various things. Which content is deemed acceptable, which content is not, which content is favored and benefits from the algorithms, and which is throttled down. So again, Americans need to be very aware of this bias, but what we allow ourselves to be exposed to every day, sometimes for hours every day, takes a toll on who we are and who we become, and whether it's political bias or any other.
Right. I've never been on the TikTok machine, so I don't use it. I use the Instagram thing and the Twitter. But You know, a recent poll finds that over 40% of Americans support the ban of TikTok. But you have a significant number of the millennials we were just talking about in the last segment that are saying, hey, I make my living off of my hundreds of thousands of followers. What does the government tell those folks? It's like, hey, we're getting rid of this under security concerns. Too bad, so sad.
Well, personally, I'm not ever a fan of banning things. I think it doesn't work. And I think in a free society, banning things gets to be very dangerous territory very fast. But educating the public goes a long way. I think we're making strides on helping people better understand the risks here. And that's a very good thing, because people, once they wake up and realize, they will opt out, as they've done with many other things.
Sure, sure. All right. Well, Lauren Daugherty, we appreciate you being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right.